So thank you. Thank you all for coming today. I'm very glad that Terry invited me to host this session for him. As be part of this community is one of the biggest blessings of my life. And I met Terry long ago in the United States. At the same time, I met Mary. So it was a very special moment for me being here, working with Terry. We used to, we're still admitting people coming. Who is our host? It's Tais. Someone asked. Let's see the chat. My name is Tais Schebela. I'm Brazilian. I did my first course in Porto Alegre in 2000, long ago. But my first self-help class was in 1996. My first session was 1996. And in this journey, I met Mary, received a session for her. I met Mr. Kato Sensei, went to Japan, Sadaki, those amazing teachers. And I'm still admitting people here. And I'm a philosopher. So I'm a practitioner. I work with JIN SHIN JYUTSU full-time for 25 years. And as my college degree is philosophy, you may note some deep conversation. Someone with the microphone, please mute your microphone. Joe? Yeah, can you mute your microphone? So as a philosopher, thank you. Shipa, can you the microphone? As a philosopher, I do love the physiophilosophy of JIN SHIN JYUTSU. And I want to share a bit of my insights in the self-help. I want to start because we still have people coming. And I have to let them in the room. So, but I think we can start. And let's start with our 26. When we do 26, we hug ourselves. And when we do that together, as 26 is the total and complete. We become one. Now we are one community. A group of human beings that decide to spend an hour together improve ourselves, to know ourselves, to take responsibility of ourselves. And part of that can be muting our microphones at the moment. And part of that is smiling. When we smile, and remember to drop our shoulders. Someone when we drop our shoulders, it's just reminding ourselves that we don't need to carry all our sadness. We don't need to carry our history in our bodies, in our back, in form of pain. Exhale. Let go. We can honor our history, but we don't need to carry the pain in our bodies. Our memories can be heavy sometimes, but we don't need to be heavy. Fantasies is total and complete. It can be total and complete with our memories and still keep our joy. Can we honor our history? Being the joy. Now I invite you to exhale all the heaviness. Exhale the sadness, the grief, and ask you to do that as self-help. I especially want to invite you today to exhale your attachments. But the big question of our session today, and I hope myself to come up with that. How can we commit and still have no attachment? How to understand, how to be aware that maybe we are 100% committed with the project, with the relationship, even with ourselves, with our health, and still need to let it go one day. Let's exhale. The 26, being the total and complete. Because we won't be able to let it go if whatever we love leave us without a piece of ourselves. And that's how I describe grief. Grief is when we lose someone and we lose ourselves in the process. So even it is not in our textbooks, I would say, from my experience, 26, safety energy lock, 26, be the total and complete, will help me to go through the grief, to the loss, to the sadness, because it can integrate the memory of the person I lost, of the project I lost, and integrate who I became when I was with this person. The other invitation, and I still invite you to keep holding to 26. The other invitation today is to think about authenticity, integrity, if that, and what's the relationship between commitment without attachment and be yourselves. So let's, one more time, let it go. Exhale. An open space for inhale. When we let it go, we harmonize our second depth and open space for fifth depth, the joy. We have that in our books as second depth, Energize, fifth depth. That means when you get our lungs happy, our chest happy, we get our heart happy. Air, energize the fire. As let it go, energize our heart and our joy. So the JIN SHIN JYUTSU, for the people that are listening to this recording for the first time, and for the people that been in this journey for a long time. I want to remind you that JIN SHIN JYUTSU is the art of the creator for the man of compassion. And the man of compassion, it's in our books, is the man with knowledge, awareness, and understanding. We won't be able to be compassionate if we don't understand ourselves. And that's why I honor you all for doing that today. So, JIN SHIN JYUTSU as an art, for the beginners and for we all, we remember, is about to move this energy that we call life force through our body, from the back to the front. Keep breathing. From the head, exhaling, the toes up to the back, and again. And every breath, we let it go. We exhale and let it go, and we inhale and welcome the now. Welcome someone new in our life, someone new in our self-help session today. JIN SHIN JYUTSU, it's about now know myself. We can hold our 19s, high 19s now, open our chest. As a self-help, we're working with the second depth. But I'm still talking in the beginning as a breath. JIN SHIN JYUTSU is the art of now know myself. In one of the explanations I heard from one of our teachers is that Mary used to say, it's not that now I know myself, like I'm done, I know myself, good job, congratulations. No, it's not about that. It's about now, at this moment, right now, I know myself. And that is related with self-help practicing, with self-help classes, with self-help, helping others. And believe me, I do believe we are helping ourselves when we're helping others, because our environment become better. So now know myself means, how am I feeling now? Am I worried? Am I sleepy? How I'm feeling now? Anxious, impatient, sad, attached. When I think about the now, I think about a sentence that Mary said. It's in the self-help book, number 1, the 5th Safety Energy Lock. There is the second the self-help book 2 with the safety energy locks that says, I'm the past, I'm the present, I'm the future, I am. That's safety energy lock number 9 is about feeling the past. So let's think about now from this perspective of the safety energy lock number 9. The end of the cycle is the beginning of a new one. The attitude of the second act is attachment, which we describe as the fear of losing what we have. Is the fear that our dreams never come true. We are attached to our fantasies sometimes. We think that's a project, that's a fantasy. Let's work on the 19s and work on the high 19s here. Upper arm. And as we are one here, I invite you, everyone, to do that now. The session will be recorded, so we can visit that again and again and again. When we hold our 19s, high 19s, we are opening our chest, where we have our lungs and our heart. And that's again, second depth and fifth depth. What's the connection? The relationship between attachment and joy, or lack of joy. As I understand fifth depth is joy. Let's hold 19s. When we hold our 19s, high 19s, we open the 10. That's vitality. And that's a safety energy lock on the second depth. Hold your 19s, high 19s, open your chest. Harmonize your second depth. Harmonize your fifth depth. And of course, that's 19s, leaving the third depth. Harmonize your third depth. And because 19 is a 1, 9 plus 1 is a 10, is a 1. We're harmonizing, of course, that. JIN SHIN JYUTSU is all inclusive. Oh, what happened with the fourth depth? First safety energy lock of the second depth. It's number 5. Release your fears. That's the first thing that Mary said. Release your fear. And there is a quote of her that I love. There is fear is the false evidence that appears real. False evidence that appears real. What that means, that most of the time, when we have fear of losing what we have, it's a false evidence that appears real. When we have this fear that our dreams will never come true, that's a false evidence that appears real. When we have this fear of not being what the others want us to be, that's false evidence that appears real. And I would like to add just a thought that what's the false evidence here that appears real? Is that we didn't lose that person? Is that that dream didn't came true? We are all old enough, let's say, to be here. We need to be old enough, right? Hopefully mature enough to know it's pretty real when we got abandoned for someone that we love. It's pretty real when we got rejected. It's pretty real when we lose a job or a project. So what is the false appearance? Philosopher thing for you guys. False appearance that we had that person. We don't have anyone. No one has us. So that's why attachment is an attitude in a way that makes us suffer because we think that person belongs to us. Because we think that fantasy of forever and ever. No music here. But I'm glad you listen to music. This fantasy that forever, I'm gonna have this person forever. I'm gonna have this project forever. I'm gonna have this health forever. That's the false appearance. That's the false evidence. All we have is the right now. So when we work with our second depth, harmonize our attachments, we understand that we have to commit with this life from now, from our heart, not expecting anything, just living every breath. So when we harmonize our second depth, our attachments, we can be who we are, because it's actually the only thing we have. We only have ourselves. And we have to handle that until the end. And some people believe there is no end. So when we are taking care of ourselves, it's the only forever or the best happily ever we can have. JIN guarantees work in yourself and learn how to commit without attachment. And for that, learn how to commit with your true self. What I invite you to do, holding the fingers now, I'm gonna hold the ring finger. We're gonna put my rings here. That's the ring finger. So holding that finger, and keep breathing. It's gonna help us to release the grief, the sadness, the attachment. As a technical thing, we used to say, the left hand works with the past. The right hand works with the present. I like to say, in the energetic level, there is no right or left, no past or future. There is only present. JIN guarantees I need a guarantee. I need to hold into something. Yeah? Hold your ring finger and hold it right now. Exhale and inhale. There is no abundance without the energy of giving and receiving. Safety energy lock number 10 helps the chest, leaving the second lap, helps the heart, abundance. And we only can give when we have something to give from our heart. And hold ring finger, the other hand. When we hold our ring finger, we're helping lungs and large intestine. Just let it go. Pay attention if you're tensing your shoulders. Second step is all about breathing. But let me tell you a secret. There is no life without breathing. So harmonizing your second step is harmonizing your life. Harmonizing your breath. Let it go and open to receive the new. We have another way to help the second step. We are holding our fingers down the way we hold in self-help is about 2 minutes each finger. It's like that. As people in this live session are experienced self-helpers, some probably experienced practitioners too, and people that are coming every Friday to join. You know, the other way we learn to hold our finger until it's start pulsing. Then we are holding our index finger. Keep breathing. When you hold your index finger, helps to harmonize your fears. Then you move or maybe don't. Just look at my fingers. Hold the middle finger. When we release, keep holding our middle finger. Holding. Then we hold. Sometimes universe is just asking us to see what's going on. Sometimes it's not about hearing. You can relax. Just hold. Do your self-help. Sometimes, now we're hearing, the universe is just invite us to harmonize, to let it go. Just holding the fingers. So the self-help can do for both hands is holding the thumb, the index, middle finger, the ring finger. Both hands. And I help you to release the sadness, the grief, the attachment. It's gonna help you to understand that we have to learn how to let it go in order to be able to be. And because I was talking about the relationship with the fifth step, harmonizing our heart, I invite you to hold your middle finger too. As a self-help for the heart, for being who you are, for connecting with your spiritual path. We hold the little finger, and the ring. The self-help is in the self-help book, Mary Burmeister, book number 1, Working Your Attitudes. And what catch my attention on that is to help the attachment, the fear that our dreams never come true, the fear of losing what we have. We have to help the attitude of worry, the fear of the future, because we think fear of losing something that we already discussed that we don't even have at the beginning. We only have ourselves, right? So the fear of the future, the fear of losing something, is the attitude of worry. So we have to harmonize our worries. Let it go. The worry, the fear of the future. Energize our stomach, our mind. Spring. In order to harmonize our sadness or grief, our attachment, we have to harmonize our fears. All the fears of past, present, the future, fears of having, of not having, of losing, of taking care. I would say we should harmonize the fear of commitment, because it's the main thing. We don't want to commit with a life that we can't control, right? Or that 23. Captain of the boat. In order to harmonize our attachment, we do need to harmonize our anger and frustrations, harmonize our expectations, the fear that the other is not going to make us happy, the fear that the other is not going to do what I want they do. Yes, we are not able to commit without attachment if we still try to control others. No, we're gonna guarantees. We're gonna be happy. Attachment. When we understand, can't control anyone. We barely and learn about ourselves. Then we are ready, as physiophilosohy goes, to release our attachment. And when we do that, we are finally able to energize our heart and honor who we are, ready to be. If you think I came up with that story from nowhere, in case you still have a doubt here, that's where we end, the fifth step. The last safety energy lock of the second step is the 15, laughing, and joy, helping the heart. So yes, my friends, to proper harmonize the fifth step, our heart, to truly be, to honor our authenticity and who we are, we have to learn how to commit. No guarantees, no attachment. And the only way is checking our motivations and see, are we behaving because we want something? We are trying to be someone else so we can get something in order to make my dreams come true? Or actually I'm being myself? And just as a quick reminder, being authentic, being yourself, doesn't mean being rude with others. That's not authenticity. That's fifth step unbalance. That's entitlement. So let's remember, being ourselves. Let's hold again the high 19s as we're closing the session soon. Remember, safety energy lock 19 helps to open the 9, let it go, the past. Helps to open the 10. Inhale abundance in life. But it helps to open up and harmonize the third thing. Love your enemies. Stop judging others with that. We're still in the second step, right? 13. Open your chest. Let it go, all the grief. Forgive. Not because you're a nice person, just because you understand. If you truly forgive, you understand there is nothing to forgive because it's the other person's reality at the moment. And we definitely don't want to carry our enemies in our chest, do we? That's why we forgive. That's why we hold our 19s to love our enemies. So we don't carry them with us. We let them go. Let the enemies go now. Your own enemies, all your sabotage, and other people that hurt you. You are your own enemy when you keep carrying your grief inside of the body. Exhale. Detach from your own sadness and victimization. Nineteen, it helps the 14. Your mind, support yourself. 14 is the second lecture. And 19 gives us another message. Finally, when we learn how to let it go, so we can receive abundance. How to love our enemies and love ourselves, releasing them from our heart. We learn how to support ourselves, our own truth. Then we finally can hold our power and authority. 19. Thank you. Keep breathing. Okay. Thank you. I'm gonna
Thank you.
to open the mics if you want. Thank you for bringing me here. And thank you for Terry to hold this space for us for such a long time. And as a confession here, I do love confessions. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Terry inviting me. And I invite you all to sending this energy from gratitude that you are all feeling right now. When I hold our hands like that, being total and complete, while Terry is in a retreat right now. And I would invite you to send him our gratitude. And everyone that you'll be watching that after all, the recording, I invited you to do the same. Connect with your gratitude. Then you can release all the attachment. Thank you, Terry, for committed with us in this project. Harmonize2Energize without attachment. Thank you for inviting people to come, to talk without competition. Thank you so much for holding this space for a healthy JIN SHIN JYUTSU community. And thank you guys for being here, holding this space so we can bring this beautiful energy to our environment. Thank you so much. So if anyone wanna talk, it's still recording. So I guess I stop recording now and we can talk, chat a bit if you wanna set the cameras on. I'm gonna stop the recording. Yeah, I stopped the recording to cloud. Yes.